Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with the beautiful Karina, my lovely prometida, and we are waiting for our K-1 visa to get adjudicated at the service center in California, just like you guys are waiting for your K-1 visas to get adjudicated. Now, Karina is from Caracas, Venezuela, the mountains of Venezuela, and she lives in Bogota, Colombia. And I live in the panhandle of Florida, just near Pensacola, north of Navarre Beach. And this video is a question I'm responding to. Do I need to translate documents for a US visa? Well, yeah, you do. Come on along, I'll explain it to you. And it's a good question. Come on, I'll explain. It's very easy. Most of you guys know this already, but this is a repeat question. And I'm going to answer it for the great person watching the videos. Now, every document, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that you submit to U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, that is written in a language other than English, that's a civil document or a financial document, must be translated into English by a certified translator. Now, these forms including birth certificates. Now, Karina was born in Venezuela, so we got her Venezuelan birth certificate translated into English by a certified translator. Marriage certificates. If you have a marriage certificate, if you're in a CR1 visa, you got married overseas. IR1 visa, married overseas, you got to get it translated into English. Divorce papers. If you've ever been divorced before, you must, in a foreign country, you must get the divorce papers translated into English. Police records. When you get your police certificates, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you have to get your police certificates translated into English. Now, Karina lived in Venezuela, and she's been living in Colombia since 2018. So we got police certificates from both countries. We translated them into English using a certified translator, and we included it in the K-1 visa package, and they're good for 2 years. The State Department said a police certificate's good for 2 years. But we're going to renew the police certificates probably in July or August of this year, so they're more updated. And then, yes, we're going to have to retranslate those into English like the other ones. Now, let's suppose your fiance in the foreign country has bank statements that are written in Spanish or in Chinese or in Taiwanese or Hindi or whatever. You're going to need to translate those documents into English if they're required for your immigration interview. If you want to show proof of it or proof of what money you got in the bank, okay? So the list is basically birth certificates, marriage certificates, divorce decrees, annulments. Like in the Philippines, you know, it's probably impossible to get a divorce in the Philippines, so you're going to have an annulment certificate, which could be in the language of the Philippines, Tagalog, and if it is, get it translated into English. Police records and bank statements. Now, when you get to the USA, Mrs. Beneficiary, Miss Beneficiary, and you're going to then have to fill out and sign an adjustment of status form. Okay, now this form is in English. Okay, so when you get to the United States, like I just said, you're going to, Miss Beneficiary, like Karina, speaks Spanish, so I will get somebody who understands Spanish, including myself, but I'm not going to include myself as the translator because she's my wife. I'm going to keep it separated, okay, to avoid any conflict of interest. So in this case, you don't need a certified translator, okay, for the adjustment of status form. I'll get my friend who speaks fluent Spanish to read the form to Karina, and then she will say, I understand what he said, and then she will sign the form, and then he will sign the form with his name, address, and contact information to say that he translated the form for Karina, okay? So civil and financial documents, you need certified translations, but when you get to the United States, Miss Beneficiary, Mr. Beneficiary, and you sign the adjustment of status forms, you don't need a certified translator. Get somebody you know, or a friend, or you can even pay somebody if you want to. But if you know somebody that speaks your language, have them read the form to you, then you sign it, okay? We recommend the Spanish Group as a translation company. They're based in California. They have a fast turnaround. They will email you the translated documents, and they will also mail you hard copies, so you can have it either way or both. They get you the documents within about 3 days. They don't pay us to say that. The Spanish Group don't pay us to say that, but we recommend them because we want to help you get through this horrible K-1 visa immigration process as smoothly as possible. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hang in there. You will get your K-1 visa. The time is passing quickly. Karina says hello to everybody. She's at work right now in her manager's job in Bogota, Colombia. And I'm here at home in Florida making a video for you guys. Because we want to help you. Because we know the process is just horrible. And you guys are just suffering mentally, emotionally, totally. We know that. But you gotta relax, okay? You're gonna get through it. You're gonna get your visa. We will see you soon in the United States of America with your K-1 visa in your hand. Hang in there. You got this. It's easy. Come on.
I'll be back.
Target locked.
Simso, ibu kerja si panai.